Did you get it?
Merging them.
Nice.
How are you?
Somebody's ringing.
There, he's establishing the telephonic
Oh, yeah.
contact for meeting, the telephonic attendance.
6 0 2 3 7 6 3.
You with me?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. I know. I couldn't get you. Always. Oh.
Just whenever I sit down.
Down there, there's a little bit. That's good, that's good, that's good. Just a little more down there. You don't like that phone? Randy, I still got you, right?
Yes, you do.
All right, I can't reach Jed, but I gotta. Let my phone take calls here. Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you all for attending. Appreciate that very much. My name is David Moore. I'm the chair of the Black Canyon City Water Improvement District. I would like to call to order the Black Canyon City Water Improvement District regular board meeting being held Tuesday, September 24th, and in the Black Canyon City Library. And our first order of business is roll call. Dave Moore, chair.
Dorothy Moore, treasurer.
Randy Rubina, secretary.
Randy Rabin is secretary.
Okay.
No Jed Carter yet. And from management, Bob Hannes, who's manager, takes care of all operations within the district. And management, Lisa Chandler, takes care of all office functions. And from the public, would you mind saying your name for the record?
It's Chris Matheson.
Thank you, Chris.
Terry Ansel. Anthony Chandler.
Lenny Chandler.
Vivian Castro.
Hi, Vivian.
Tom Strezak, owner user.
Elaine.
Greg Watts, owner user.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
We got one hiding right here.
Greg Watts, all right.
Cindy Melandra.
Laura, William.
Carol Becker.
Carol, thank you. Did you get all of those? Oh, you are excellent. All right, thank you again for everyone. You want to have a seat, Vivian?
I work from home. I sit all day.
Oh,
I need
well,
to
then
stand.
welcome relief
Yes,
for you
it
then.
is.
Okay, all
Thank
right.
you, Doug.
Agenda item 2 is our customary reflection time. So if we could take a moment of silence here, I would appreciate that. All right, thank you all. Randy is telephonic. Jed is not attainable at this point. Randy is still back east, aren't you, Randy?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
going on vacation.
Oh, is that what that is?
That's what that is.
Permanent vacation?
Permanent? Maybe sometime. All right, board member reports. Dorothy, do you have anything?
I don't hung up a copy yet, but
Oh,
it's in the post.
okay.
No.
Randy, do you have anything?
No, I don't.
Okay. I posted the May and June minutes. June was a special board meeting. The May 28th, I believe it was a regular board meeting. Minutes. Posted the agenda for today's meeting yesterday or the day before. Lisa posted it at the at the office. Okay, and I posted it on the website and on Facebook, of course. That's the end of my report. Agenda item 4 is the approval of the July 23rd regular board meeting minutes. Randy, you have a copy, correct?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Dorothy, I saw you had one, and I have one. Has everyone had an opportunity to read that?
Yeah.
Yes, I have. Everything seemed to be in order.
No errors or corrections from you, huh?
None for me.
Okay. Dorothy?
I already let her know in my direction.
Oh, you already have the corrections made?
Yeah.
Okay. I had a couple typos. That's it. Everything else looked really good. So may I have a motion to approve the July 23rd regular board meeting minutes?
I'll make such a motion to approve the 7/23/24 regular board meeting minutes.
All right, Randy Rubina so moves. All second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimously. All right. Agenda item number 5 is the approval of the August 22nd special board meeting minutes. Everybody has a copy of those?
Yes.
Yeah? Everybody had a chance to review them?
Yes.
Yes, I have.
Any corrections or errors?
No, I have none.
I didn't see any.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the August 22nd, 2024 special board meeting minutes. May I have a second?
I'll second.
I'll second that.
Dorothy beats you, Randy. Dorothy seconds. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, motion carries unanimously. Agenda item 6, Treasurer's Financial Report for approval as of 7/31/2024. Dorothy?
Okay. Financial management report for approval as of 7/31/2024. QuickBook balances for all bank accounts as of 7/31/2024. The total, beginning total, $738,605.75. The ending total, $708,400.09. That's a negative difference of $30,205.66. Also, 2 monthly cash management reports are attached showing actual total receipts deposited, all sources in July, $63,538.63. And last, general cash account entries, BMO monthly analysis bank fees, including the scanner fee of $163.10. BMO bank merchant fees for the debit and credit processing fees, $391.75. Actual total disbursements for the month in July was $93,185.44. That's a negative of $30,205.66. The July billing total was $58,891.19. The June gallons was 5,057,000 gallons. The previous month was 5,681,000 gallons for June 2024. The actual total for the fiscal year 2024-2025 so far, 1 month is 5,057,000 gallons. Previous 2023-24 comparison was 5,487,000 gallons for 1 month. Financials include QuickBooks invoices 3641 to 3663. Enhanced audits number 22996 through 23078. Accounts receivable in both Enhance and QuickBooks balancing at 34,795.26. Credit and debit cards, there was a total of 139 transactions processed in batch 568 to 596. There were 73 debits and 66 credits, for a total processed of 11,876.15. The review of all audit adjustments was done. Delinquent and penalty fees posted, final reads, refund of security deposits, rereads, corrections, turn-on, turn-offs. There were no impact fees in July. Attached are the monthly general journal entries for approval, respectfully submitted by Donna Lisa Chandler, Management, and Dorothy Moore, Treasurer.
All right, thank you, Dorothy, very much. Randy, do you have any questions on the financial report for July?
No, I don't.
Dorothy, no comments, no questions? At all?
Why would I question myself?
You should actually,
I do every day.
more often. More often. Hey, I only have this one. What does this mean?
The reason that I wrote that on there was because that was a debit transaction that was
It fall in the end of the month?
completed. No, it was completed, and it is in this balance. I had noted it on here because it was posted in Enhance, which is the customer, where we note the customer's payment. But in QuickBooks, where we do the accounting, it wasn't. So I noted it on here to make sure that there was a balance.
I got you. Okay. Thank you very much. That was the only question I had on that one. This other one, you already explained it to me, actually.
Go for it.
I asked her. Yes. Okay. If there's no questions, may I have a motion to approve the financial management report as of July 31st, 2024?
I'll make a motion to approve the financial management report for 7/31/24.
Randy Rabina so moves. I'll second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Agenda item number 7, operations report for approval as of September 20th. Bob?
Yes, okay, so we had, this is a busy couple of months. We had 76 work orders. That included 2 turn-ons, 2 turn-offs, 6 meter valve box repair replacement, 19 main line or service line breaks or repairs, 9 well booster pump station system site maintenance repairs, 16 meter rereads or finals, 2 water pressure conditions, and then 19 customer service calls. So the turn on and turn offs that we had, the 2 and the 3, those were for customers doing repairs in their on their property. So as a courtesy, we had turned off the service so that they could get a plumber out and do the repairs because their valve was not working. We had 6 meter valve box repair replacement. 2 of those were meters being replaced. We then had a actual valve box that was replaced, and then 2 meters that were meter boxes that were cleaned out, and then we had a leak at a meter that we assisted with. The mainline leaks, we had 9 leaks, breaks from Can Easy. So that's those, and then we also had another 10 service line leaks that meant we had to shut down the system. So the reason I split those out in the service line, but not put up above, was we had to shut off the district side to get to be able to do the repair. So those are more cumbersome, require Lisa to make phone calls, let everybody know. Loop. Okay. So anyways, separated those out because these required more work. They required Lisa to call the customers and let them know that we were shutting down a certain area so that Joe could get in there and do repairs. The April sites, there's a lot of issues there. I'll touch on that later towards the bottom of the report. Indian Hills replaced the copper tubing on the globe valve. That's the valve that controls the level of water in the tank. GOA, we had a trip breaker, and then also a chlorine injection line plug, and then at Big John we also had chlorine injection line plug.
GOA and Big John?
Yeah.
Were they? Never mind.
What is happening is, and it probably due to the heat, the chlorine is kind of calcifying, coagulating, and the tube is 3/8 of an inch, and so it doesn't take much of a flake to block the tube and cause issues with the chlorine residual. So
Okay.
that's what's going on there. Let's see, the rereads. We had 12, it's actually a correction there, we had 12 of those. 11 of them were okay. There was one that needed to be corrected on Sunrise Circle that Lisa then took care of. We had 3 final reads, and those were sale of property. We had 2 water pressure conditions, one on Edmund, I didn't get the address, and then one on Wyatt. Joe responded, put a pressure gauge on their hose bib, and we were producing more than 25 psi, so we were okay. Might not have been what they wanted, but we were supplying what we needed.
Well, what's the elevation of those 2 residences or places? Are they on a hill? Are they?
I don't know. I would assume Wyatt is, yeah.
But to be honest, I've never heard of Edmund. So.
And it might have been the gentleman's name.
Oh,
So
well, that's why I haven't heard of it. Edmund
so, yeah.
Street. Or
that was
court,
what was on the work order. So
okay.
yeah. And then we had 19 customer service calls, that type of thing. 8 of those were leak investigations. People thinking they're having leaks in the house, which was kind of driven by some of the meter rereads. So Joe assisted with those, Joe and Daniel. And then we had a bad meter that was then replaced. We had a district valve that needed to be repaired. Then we had a 3 customers that wanted to know just the cost of, actually 2, I'm sorry, what of hooking into the system. We had a customer call out about how the meters are read, and they were concerned. There was water in the box, and how were we able to read the meter when it was covered in water? So Joe covered that with them on how to do that. So kind of a hodgepodge of different customer calls on that one. That's more than we normally get.
That is on the one on Bertha that they thought they had a leak. Was that inside or outside? Did I miss that? Did you say?
That was, well, there was a couple of leaks on Bertha, so I'm not sure which.
Oh, there was. The last one. The one that's at,
yeah.
customer thinks they have a leak.
They had, yeah, so there was no leak. They just thought because the number, basically their bill, the way the bill came in, they thought they had a leak because of the leak. But Joe went out there
And pressure
investigated.
tested.
Well, and then he popped open the top of the box and the meter wasn't spinning. So the little micro dial wasn't
Right.
spinning, so it showed that there was no water being consumed or not leaking. Yeah, so that's what happened. had 175 blue stakes, 25 pink slips. We took arsenic samples, got those results back. That's quarterly, so they were done in July. We got results back. We got 5.5 micrograms per liter at Big John, 5.3 at Oasis, and then 2.4 at GOA. So way under our limit. Our limit is 10, set by the EPA. 2 coliform samples were taken. Both of those were absent. And absent is a good result. I did do the annual TTHMs and AH5s. That's the chlorine byproducts. It's required done every year. So if we go down to the annual samples, about half. Yep. So Choy and Happy Jack is when those are taken. And those, we had a level of 0.005, which the limit is 0.08. So we're way below. Way below. So we are sitting good on both of those. And then the other one was 0.03. And again, the limit is 0.08. So, the well stats, the wells are holding steady, which is nice to see during the summertime. Big John is sitting at 22 feet 10 inches, and drawdown is 24.8.
Yep.
Oasis is 23, water level is 23.9, and drawdown is 26.2. Oasis 2, we didn't get a water level, it was running, so the drawdown is 25.8. GOA is sitting at 20 feet 8 inches, and then 22.2, and then GOA 3 is 20 feet 8 inches and 22.1. So I'll go back to the April site. There were several things as we noticed we had. I don't know,
Where's that on the report?
Oh, on the projects. So it's a couple of places. So under the well booster pump site repair, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 call outs that we received in the last couple of months. We had several issues going on there. We put in new breakers. The spot that we put in the breaker, the actual landing, the landing lug on the breaker was bad. And so the breaker was loose. So we could get it to run for a while, but when it overheated or shifted or something, you know, it's Yep, and so it was part of the problem is this intermittent problem. We would, go out there, we would work on it, it would work fine for a week, and then something would happen, it would trip, and then we were back out there. So we did several things during the course of these 5 trips. We relocated the breaker, so it's got a secure fit in the breaker box. We split the power feeds going to the pumps. The booster pumps used to run through one wire, one set of wires. We split them out so that each pump has its own set of wires, because we didn't know if, the second pump coming on during the summertime was causing a huge amp draw and then kicking it out.
Yeah.
So we split that out. And then we cleaned up it was like 4 boxes at 4 control panels at
April?
Yeah.
4?
Yeah. So there's two breakers, and then you go over to the site, and there's a couple more boxes. Yeah. So you got the pole outside of the site, and then it goes in, and then you got 2 more boxes. And so Joe and I went through the 2 boxes, inside, and we tightened everything down. So, and we eliminated whatever we could eliminate to try to just clean up the boxes.
So
knock on wood.
You use the water users as the guinea pigs to call you and say we have low water pressure to figure out you got an electrical problem.
Yeah, we were on a first name basis. It wasn't enjoyable.
No,
they were cordial and grace-filled, but it was frustrating.
Yeah. Well, they still have water. They just didn't have the pressure they were accustomed to. Mostly. I said mostly.
At times So anyways, we think we have it resolved. you know, so now it's been 3 weeks and everything's been good. So we hope. I know that's probably not the answer we all want to hear, but
Close enough.
yeah. So, anyways, Oasis.
Before you move to Oasis, on April, how are we doing on the altitude valve? Where is it?
Yeah.
It's been on order, right?
I followed up with Dana Kepner. They just said they're making
It'll,
the manufacturer's making it.
when it gets here, it'll get here.
Yeah. Because that's been, I think it's like 8 weeks.
So is Joe or Danny going up there every day?
They go up there every day. Yep. Just to make sure that we don't accidentally overflow. And that there's enough water in the day.
Well, we'll know. Mark will call me, it'll be 2 a.m.
So,
I'll go shut the valve off, but that's all I can.
Yeah, they're trying to keep an eye on it so that we don't have an incident up there.
Right, okay.
Oasis, well, 2 months ago I reported that we had an issue with being able to isolate power going into the second control panel. We found a way to disconnect power. So we disconnected the main breaker box, the low API, we didn't get APS involved, and we didn't mess with any of their stuff. We got a disconnect, and so pulled the disconnect, and we installed a new panel. So we have a new panel and new breakers over at Oasis. And those were those phantom, they would trip every few months, and mostly during the summertime when our demand is up.
Yes.
So, that work has all been done.
No, fantastic.
The freak drive has been up and running for a while now. One thing we've noticed since we put Oasis on a frequency drive,
Yeah.
again, knock on wood, we believe that we've had one mainline leak caused by water hammer, where in the past we were getting 2, 3 a month.
Yeah.
And so getting a frequency drive on has helped. And that's it.
Well,
And so
Oasis has been a thorn in your side for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm glad you got that figured out.
Yep. So, let's see, the lead line survey. We exposed 871 service lines in the last 2 months.
Well, that coincides exactly with the number of meters we have. How about that?
So data entry, as I wrote this, it was about 2/3 of the way done. We were missing one of the books. I picked up book 5 yesterday, and it has been entered. So I will be submitting this data to ADQ's consultant.
By the end of the month.
By the end of the month. Yep. And
This month?
Yep. And I talked to her today, and she was excited to have that data. She was like, "That's awesome," because I've been working with her on getting the data. I gave her all various things along the way, and she went, "Well, that'll be a huge help because they have till the 15th to get it all into ADQ, but it'll be
Of October.
Yep, it'll be off our plate."
We've been operating under the premise we have no lead service
We
lines.
do not.
So, you're 2/3 of the way.
Entering the data.
Okay, all right.
Yep, that was an incomplete sentence.
The data entry.
Yep,
Right,
data
right.
entry. Yep.
So, you were correct, we have no lead lines.
No, yep, galvanized and PVC. I was surprised how many were PVC. There's a lot of PVC
So,
service lines.
much less galvanized?
Mm-hmm. Which is good.
Because we want to get rid of anything galvanized when we can anyway.
Yep.
So,
Yeah. So
as long as we know where they're at, then it'd be fairly simple to replace them.
Yep.
Okay, great.
So, yep, and all those work orders, so Joe filled out, well, actually Daniel did the majority of the work. They filled out work orders for each one of those. And those are in 3-ring binders in the office.
Yeah.
I put them all together, they're in the office.
That's great.
So,
That's great.
Palo Verde Ironwood, obviously Tony Chandler's been out there working. He's got about 1,200 feet of line installed, and it's moving along pretty good.
When's it gonna be done?
End of this week? No. No.
He gave you a half a smile. He's listening to you.
They're moving along, and it's looking really good. Yeah.
All right.
And that's all I have.
Wow, excellent. Thank you. I'm excited. You figured out everything going on at Oasis and I mean April,
Yeah.
and got all that new stuff in at Oasis, which was a pain. Okay.
Should you check that for Andy? If he has any comments?
Randy, do you have any comments on the operations report?
Yes, a few, if I may, Mr. Chair.
All yours.
First of all, Bob, you've had a busy month, or your guys have.
Yes, they have.
Yes.
I do have a question for you.
Mhm.
Coming up on item number 8, we have another project, obviously, that you know about,
Mm-hmm.
that we're going to be voting on. I do have a question on the arsenic, because we may have to move some money around. You have Big John the last time at 5.5 and Oasis at 5.3.
Mm-hmm.
What's your gut feeling? How many months would your guess be that we'd have to change them out? Getting into winter, less water used, how many months, just a guess,
Yeah.
that you think we'll have to change out media?
Maybe 9 months, a year out.
You know, you
Something-
think that's all?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
all right. That's
Mhm.
great as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, that's fantastic. At 50,
Yeah.
at 50, 55,000 a pop
Yeah,
per site.
well, that's good to know. All right, that's the only questions I've had. Well, thank you, Bob.
Okay, you're welcome.
Any questions? Ray?
No.
No? Okay,
That's it. The Big John 3, that's just waiting on getting papers done.
paperwork, yeah. Okay, if there's no other questions, may I have a motion to approve the operations report through September 20th, 2024?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Randy Ravina so moves, all second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion carries unanimously. Agenda item 8, which you were just referring to, Randy, the bid opening for Buckskin, Abbott Street, and Abbott Alley project, board review and possible award. Is anyone here from any of the 5 contractor companies? Doesn't look like it. The first one is from, who's this? Doesn't say on the outside.
That's the only reason I opened it, but inside it's sealed. It doesn't say.
Oh, good. Lincoln. So this is the license and stuff. I'm gonna give this to you, so you can verify all that.
Okay.
And this one must be the bid since it's sealed.
Who's the first one from, Dave?
Lincoln Construction,
Lincoln.
yes. Lincoln Constructors, pardon me.
Okay.
Of course, here's the handle.
Where are they out of?
This one shows Phoenix, downtown area.
All right.
Yeah, 27th Avenue. North 27th Avenue, okay. This proposal includes only work listed below. Domestic water line includes fittings, valves, and our PPA, which I have no idea what our PPA is.
Maybe an air relief valve?
That could be, yeah, makes sense. Fire water line includes fitting, valves, and hydrants. Nothing. None. Sewer line, none. Storm lines, none. So the water line, mobilize, pre-water, track out, and clear and grub. He has nothing in for that. Bedding, fill, asphalt, $137,083.
And what's he not including?
Well, he just doesn't put a dollar amount on the mobilization and the watering and the clearing and that kind of thing.
I don't
He lumped it all in the bedding and the fill and the asphalt. So, earthwork. This is an earthwork total. $137,083. Now the water line, he doesn't show a footage or anything, breakout numbers. But the bid on that is $292,360.
I mean, that's on top of the 137?
That is correct, Randy.
Okay.
Well, this doesn't make sense. 430. Breakout numbers are for informational. He's got a lump sum total of $325,753.
Okay.
The math doesn't add up. See if you can.
He's over 400,000.
What's his total bid show? Bob?
325,753.
That's the total.
That's the total.
But look at the earthwork and then the pipe. Earthwork's the top
Yeah,
number.
so, right, and so he didn't carry his earthwork number down, because he's got 292 up above, and then he comes down, he's got 188, and he added the 137 and the 188.
Oh, he added those two numbers.
Yep.
Okay.
So he's giving
Well-
you a discount.
That's not the way I look at this, but okay. I
Yeah.
can see how you came up with that number, okay.
What is that, 325?
Yeah.
325,753. Okay, that's Lincoln. Moving on to Pronghorn Services.
Pronghorn?
Pronghorn Services, LLC. I'm not sure what that is. I'll open it up. One lump sum. $999,999.99.
A lot of night.
Alright.
Sounds like a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's running a gas station, or
I'm gonna open this one and see if I get some more giggles. I have a feeling that that's not what they intended to say.
Think you can.
This might be the real bid here. See, but that's what that one said.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
could you repeat that? Is that 999,000?
Yes, sir.
999.
If I add a penny, it's $1 million.
Yeah, okay. I just want to be clear.
He's got references, license numbers, Lisa, and the register of contractors. I'll put it back.
That's pretty sweet on there.
He's got a certificate of liability insurance for $1 million, which is good for a contract. There's nothing else in here, but I can't believe
Where's he located?
Pronghorn.
Mhm.
They're located in the state of Arizona.
I think that's
They don't like to pin things down.
It does not say on his registrar of contractors.
I think it's another big I think he is with us.
You think he's in Prescott, Pronghorn? Pronghorn. He in Prescott Valley. Here it is on the insurance. Okay. Any event. Might want to give him a ringy dingy. I'll call him tomorrow. Because if it's $999,000 for real, he doesn't list out anything on the materials or anything. So. Next bid's Red Point.
Is this the next contract?
Next bid, Red Point Contracting. Heavy civil and pipeline in their KA Dual Engineering. They wanted to make sure nobody opened this one. This is their license and insurance, Lisa. And I believe references. This Red Point must be the bid. They must make this tape, oh my. Red Point Contracting. Mobilization, they've broken it all out. I'll just go for the grand total. They've got their insurance. Mobilization, new 4-inch C900 water main. They have 1,480 lineal feet, Randy, Bob.
Yeah.
29 meters, replace meters and existing service lines with 3/4 inch PVC S80. Sound about right?
Mhm.
We supply the meters, of course, and then that was, the following is Abbott Street and Abbott Alley. New 6-inch C900 water main, 180 feet, and replace existing service lines with 3/4 inch PVC S80. 4 of them. The grand total is $459,059. I'm gonna put that in with their insurance and stuff, Lisa. FPS Civil,
SPF?
Frank Paul Sam, Civil LLC, Phoenix, Arizona.
be sealed.
Well, it is, it
That's
is.
a prerequisite.
All right, here's the bid. Here's their insurance stuff and their license bid. Okay, that, yes,
Do they have their insurance?
I'm sorry?
Do they have their insurance
Yes.
certificate? Okay.
Yes. Right, I saw it in here. For your review and consideration, the bid for the water main replacing at Abbott Street, Abbott Alley, and Buckskin Court, as described in the scope of work. Document published by the Black Canyon City Water Improvement District. Said work for a total of $276,799.60. So $276,799.60.
Okay.
They show the same 1,480 lineal feet of C900 4-inch and 180 lineal feet of C900 6-inch. Install provided water meters and furnish and install the same 3/4 inch Schedule 80 PVC. They don't, 33 each. One or two more than the other one. but
Yeah.
anyway. You got that number written down?
Yes,
Got trash all over. Not yet, I will. Chandler Construction is the last bid.
Who's the last one?
Chandler Construction,
Alright, yeah.
oh, this is a good one. He doesn't have any, lineal feet on the 4-inch water line for Abbott Alley and the 4-inch water line for Abbott Street, or the 6-inch water line for Buckskin Court.
It's a total of everything on the plans.
I'm sorry?
It's a total of everything on the plans.
Did you measure it?
Not naturally.
Just ask him, Tom. You did measure it, okay. Price is good for 30 days. The total is $158,000. And that's it.
even?
Even?
$158,000 even.
Okay.
So you got the 33, 34 water meter installs and the service lines for them, right?
No, the meters are.
By us.
Yeah.
But you or your plumber is putting them in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Plumber. We got pipe layers.
You got pipe layers?
Yeah, they put them
Wow.
in. Fancy.
Well, it's done according to plan, correct,
Yeah. All according to plan.
Mr. Chair?
I heard you. When was the last time you changed the plan?
I'm just saying, is it done according to plan?
Yeah. It is done according to plan, I'm sorry.
Alright, well, you
There's
got the
there's
plan,
one other
and you
thing
got
on that.
our contract, so
That's another thing.
doesn't have to say anything else.
No, I'm fine with it.
contract and according to the plan, so. All right,
Well,
The,
are you asking me for comment?
there's a,
yes, I would like your comment. And
Well,
comments. And remember, if we're gonna beat the county to paving Buckskin, I don't know, are they gonna pave Abbott Alley?
no, the only reason Abbott Alley was added, Abbott Alley is a problem.
Galvanized.
It is, and it is gonna stay gravel, but
Okay.
Abbott Alley goes across the street on K-Mine. It crosses K-Mine, then it runs down the other side of K-Mine and ties into Abbott Street. Since we're redoing Abbott Street, it made no sense to tie that line back in. It's a galvanized line and a PVC line combined. Part of it's galvanized, part of it's PVC. On the plan, I showed tying a new line from Abbott Alley into K-Mine because it's on that side of the street. Tap the 6-inch line that's in there and then run Abbott Alley. It made a lot more sense rather than tying in that old line, since Abbott Alley's a problem to begin with. They've dug up Abbott Alley. Bob could probably tell you, just in Bob's term, probably 2 times for sure, maybe 3.
I've repaired it 3 times.
3 times, yeah.
3 times,
So,
yep.
so it made sense to replace it. It's not that long, and now is the time to do it. That's why that's in there. Anyway, I've been going over funds. Before we even decide on awarding any contract, we need to decide where's the money coming from. Capital improvement, regardless what it said in there, I've got the up-to-date figures. Capital improvement has $120,898 sitting in there right now. Now, that's not gonna be enough.
No.
But in the arsenic sinking fund, we have $124,184. That's why I asked Bob, how soon does he think we're gonna have to replace media? So we can, this arsenic sinking fund, it allows us to move that money around if we choose. It's
not restricted. It's not restricted.
No, it's not a restricted fund, so we can take the 30,000 we need, 38,000 that we need from that fund into capital improvement. However, that leaves nothing in capital improvement, which we always said we'd like to keep 75,000 in. But we're also butting heads with the county on this. If we have, let's say we even have, Bob says maybe a year. Let's even cut that in half, say we only have 6 months, just for argument's sake. We can still put another 60,000 in a capital improvement, or a little bit more. So I'm not particularly myself afraid to let capital improvement drop down like that. That's my opinion. Then the next thing is we gotta look at the Big John well.
Yeah. Well,
If we drill Big John well, that's gonna cost us 70 grand, maybe. That's gonna come out of the district's pocket. That I see, we can still do that. It's not that we're not gonna be a little tight here, but we can still do it. The big thing will be, how fast is WIFA gonna pay the bill for the well drill?
well, they say they're fairly quick.
Because we're responsible regardless.
No, I understand that.
If Mr. Chandler's bid is good for 30 days, if that's, I mean, I'm looking at the bids from $1 million all the way down to 276, down to 158. $324.25. I mean, 459. I mean, to me, it doesn't shock me that Tony's at where he is. Again, he's kind of always been there. He's local, and I guess that's why. You can do it cheaper. But
Well, it's not just that, it's the equipment and the material that,
I mean, if everybody on the board feels the way I do, I probably, and I guess that's up to the chair. If the chair wants to double check on this Big John well, how quick WIPA can pay the bill, that we don't have the well driller after us saying, hey, we gotta pay the whole $250,000 now when he's done drilling. If he's willing to say, no, I accept the fact that it's coming from WIPA, then I see we're fine.
I look at it a little differently, but I'm following your train of thought. But I look at it, it's we don't want to rebid this project, and tentatively I would agree to award this to Chandler Construction, but I would not release it for construction. We're never gonna hit that 30 days that we have on Chandler's. The price is only good for 30 days. We can't release this in 30 days. We're too tight. We're too tight on the funds.
Well, then let's ask Mr. Chandler, what would he do if we would say 60 days?
Well, there's only
What
one
will that
thing.
do to his contract?
One thing I want to tell you, that those risers,
Will he go
For the-
45 days on his
they got an
contract?
8-month lead time on that to build them.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't
The
understand.
meter risers you're wanting, they're 8 months behind. All they can do is go in there and put it the old-fashioned way. With the curb stop.
You following that?
Yep, the meter setters are behind. Yep, I've made a couple phone calls this afternoon to find out.
Really?
See if we can find them.
Wow, I never saw that coming.
No.
You either?
Maybe, no, I
Wow.
didn't think 8 months, I figured, a few weeks.
Well,
So I will, I will continue making phone calls. I'll call the vendors that I know and see if we can find the setters for Tony.
what about one of your guys?
That's what I'm working on.
Got it. Dorothy, what's your feeling on this? I mean, the project has to be done. If it doesn't get done before they pave, what's
Oh,
the?
yeah, it's done before that's done, yeah.
Yeah, that's just gonna make it a nightmare if they come in and pave it and then we're coming in after the fact. And we already know how that show goes.
No, it has to get done. I mean, I don't know how we get around this in the future with the county, but that's not last minute like this, but yeah, it has to get done.
Well, I would like to make a recommendation that we tentatively award this, but with the proviso that we cannot give Tony a start date. So he's gonna have to recalculate his material at the start date point.
Well, I don't know if we can do that, Mr. Chair, because I don't wanna have to get in and rebid this and push this project. We can't, the only way, I think, is if Tony Chandler would agree more than 30 days. We can't, at this point, legally, I don't think we can say, okay, we'll pay you 5% more. Even though he's low bid, we can't do that. We'll get in trouble here. The only thing he can change on his contract, I think legally, is the 30 days. And if that gives
Are
us
you
enough
sure?
space, if that doesn't, then we may have to not award this contract at this moment. We might have to push it for a special meeting before the 30 days are up. You follow me?
Oh, yeah, I'm with you.
Unless Mr. Chandler right now, if you're saying, if you think the way I'm thinking, I think 45 days will make a difference, then
But the 45 days won't make a difference on the cash flow. I don't think.
well, it'll give
But a
us-
lot of this has to do with Big John 3.
Yeah, we need an answer on that.
if Big John 3 was
Days,
pushed.
2 more billing cycles. The one that just went out, which we haven't collected yet,
Right.
and it'll give another billing cycle.
Yeah.
That's 20 more thousand at minimum, 25,000 probably. But it's either that or we do it like we did the last project and we table it and have a special meeting in 3 weeks. Or less, and after you talk with them.
That's what I recommend.
Yeah, I kind of hate to do that, but yet we have to be sure we can pay this bill along with Big John Well. If he's ready to do Big John Well, we talked before, and we say no, hold off, then we're gonna have to go to rebid on that.
No, we can't do that. We can't
we
hold
can't.
off on that.
No, I know we can't. Otherwise, you're gonna have more costs there. When can you get a hold of Whitlam?
Oh, I'm not worried about the whip aspect. But I will call them tomorrow. I can get an answer tomorrow on that. That's no problem. I'll call them. What?
I mean, if we award the contract now, we're responsible to pay that money. Now, the other thing is,
No, you were talking about the their how quickly they paid, correct?
yeah, how quickly they're gonna pay.
Yeah.
I don't wanna see the well driller come after us and say, wait a minute, I did it for you, no, Whip is not paying, but you gotta pay.
No. We're paying the contractor, Randy. Whip is
Yeah.
not. Whip is paying us, reimbursing us.
Yeah. But as long as they do that in a timely fashion.
That's why I'm calling them tomorrow.
Okay, all right. Then, do you think we should postpone awarding the contract? Until,
Yes. Oh, absolutely. I think we should postpone
okay,
awarding the contract.
okay. All right, then you're gonna have to set up a special meeting before 30 days are up. I mean, honestly, Tony's on that current project. He can disagree with me. According to Bob, I see where he's at, how many feet he's got in. He probably has 3 more weeks on that project. And can you hear me, Tony?
Yeah, we'll be
Do
lucky
you
to
think
get
you
it
have
done
3
in 3
weeks
weeks.
left on that current project?
He said they'd be lucky to be done in 3 weeks.
Oh, okay, all right, well, all right, there you go.
But the problem is,
So, well,
30 days,
the only
the
thing
price of
is,
materials,
we
that's
still,
only
if
how
we're
long
gonna
they
award
hold
the
the price.
contract, he'll need the upfront money to order the material. Whether he starts the project right away or not, he's gotta order some material, lock in the price.
Yeah, that's what Tony was just saying.
Yeah, cause I know there'll be price increases. So, I mean, you find out tomorrow on the Whippet deal.
Yeah.
And then, you, decide when you wanna have a special meeting, and then we'll have the answers.
Is Abbott Street paved, Bob?
Yes.
Yeah,
They're
but
not-
I know
Yes.
Buckskin is.
All the blacktop on Abbott Street, they're tearing all the and they're gonna start from scratch. On Buckskin Court, I didn't get an answer whether they're gonna tear it out or top it. But it's gonna be blacktop, so I don't know what they're gonna do there. They never did give me an answer.
Well, whatever they do, they're not gonna allow you to cut up their new asphalt.
Oh, no.
No way.
Not for 5 years.
Minimum.
But we're gonna get a leak, and then we're gonna have to dig it up.
Well,
And,
can't do anything about that.
you know, I mean,
Okay,
that's just, we don't do it, so. Yeah. All right.
I would entertain a motion to, table this agenda item until a little bit more information is received, and have a special board meeting in 2 or 3 weeks.
I'll make such a motion.
Okay, Randy Rabina so moves to table it 2 or 3 weeks. May I have a second?
I second.
Dorothy Moore seconds. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Okay. Agenda item number 9, letters of intent from 2 applicants, board review and possible appointment. May I borrow these, please? We received a letter from Vivian Castro, letter of intent, and a letter of intent from Chrissy Matheson. I'll start with Vivian.
Or your decision.
She writes, "Dear Board, I'm writing to express my sincere interest and intention in filling the open position for the member at large that has been vacant since January of 2024. This letter serves as my formal letter of intent for member at large, signaling my readiness to contribute my skills, experience, and insightful leadership to our shared goals." And then she goes on to talk about her being confident about her extensive track record in executive leadership and proven ability to manage diverse teams, and will bring strategy and transformative change in this position. She has 35 years in construction, both general, builder, contractors, and subtrades. My positions held are the following: secretary, assistant to the project manager, bid coordinator, currently extra change orders for Brewer Plumbing. She's been on her HOA board from 2018 to 2020 as vice chair and then to chair. She sold her home and moved, I assume, to Black Canyon City. I've been told by Sarah Rabina Managing Company, that my letter of intent will be reviewed and decided at the next board meeting in September. I will be present. Please do not hesitate to contact me if you require any additional information. You live within the district boundaries, I assume?
Yes, I own a home on Oasis, on top of Oasis.
Top of Oasis
Yes.
over there? And you're probably familiar with our,
That's what I was thinking.
I see you guys every morning, because I work from home.
Oh,
I
okay.
process change orders all the time.
yeah, okay, all
I'm
right.
sorry, where does she live?
On Oasis,
Oh, okay, all right.
correct?
Okay.
Yes.
Do you have anything to add, Vivian?
No.
No? Do you have any questions for Vivian, Randy?
No, I don't. Just
No?
that one.
Dorothy?
No.
Nope. All right. All right. Was there another page to this? No? I thought there was.
There was.
Well, there we go. Okay. Where was, I lost track of Vivian's.
front page or second?
Second.
As you're reading those, could you please note the date they were submitted, as it should be on there?
Vivian's was August 8th, 24, and Chrissy's was, looks like August 19th of 2024. And I did not talk about a little more about Vivian's background, I'm sorry. Control 365 Plus, she was the office manager from 97 to 2003.
Oh, that's mine.
That's not me. I only have one page.
That's mine.
Give me that.
Chrissy.
Although I was an office
Well, this one's
manager, but I
different.
didn't put all
She
my
said there's only
credentials.
one page. Jeez.
I sent them to you.
I know, we have an extra page though. I've got the qualifications on Chrissy.
She said.
She's only one page, but you have qualification for somebody in your hand. Okay.
I can't read it, you have it in yours.
Chrissy. Chrissy states, Dear board members, I'm writing to express my interest and intention in filling the open position for the member at large position, signaling my readiness to contribute my skills, experiences, and leadership. I'm confident that my extensive employment record and executive leadership and proven ability to work as a team member in all aspects of management. I am also a volunteer at the Foothills Food Bank here in Black Canyon City. I was one of the first volunteers when the program first started here. I'm sending this letter of intent, hoping to be on the September agenda board meeting. I will be present to answer any questions that you may have of me. Please do not hesitate to contact me. Okay. Then she has a summary of qualifications. She was where's Teller County Sheriff's Office located?
Colorado.
Colorado?
We were there for 2 years when we still had this place.
Oh, okay.
And I was a 911 dispatcher.
I see that. Attended the National Academy of Emergency Dispatch in 2013 and became certified. Requires dispatching the deputies, medical and fire to all emergencies, inputting and processing all warrants, inputting information into CAD and Summit programs. And then you worked temporarily at Wildwood Casino.
Yeah.
Colorado?
Accounting.
Accounting. Yeah, I see you collected daily receipts from the floor and verified all of the data and the daily reports. Palace Homes, office manager for a year in accounts payable, accounts receivable, bank deposits, reconciliation, bank accounts, some purchasing, major appliances, fixtures, computer knowledge, Microsoft Word, Peachtree accounting, QuickBooks accounting, Windows 8, 10, and other various programs. Several years administrative office management, coordination, experience with comprehensive background in public relations, financial reporting and reconciliation, payables, receivables, inventory control, etc. Okay. Well, you listed a few other things.
And I've lived in this town for over 32 years.
For what?
I've lived in this town for over
32 years in
over
town.
32 years.
Well, didn't you also spend some time working for Sarah?
Yeah, I worked for Sarah for 5 months, and then my husband got sick.
Oh, that's right. Right. In accounting. Okay. Yeah. I recall that. That's a little while ago.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that. Randy, any questions?
No, I don't, Mr. Chair.
Dorothy?
No.
Not till I'm done. I love mine too. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're gonna choose one?
Don't push me.
Alright.
They're both qualified. I am not gonna choose one.
Well, hold on.
Who goes first?
They're both qualified. Vivian's got a lot of background. I don't know where you worked before, so I want to ask you that. Was it in Arizona?
No, I moved to Arizona in 2020. I was living in San Diego. I worked for a general contractor. Well, first I worked in LA for a subcontractor, retrofit a lot of fire sprinklers.
Uh-huh.
And then I moved up to San Diego and I worked for a general contractor for 10 years there. They closed down. They were mom and pop. We built a lot of prefab buildings, ground up. And then I went into electrical subcontractor and I did bid coordinating. So construction's been my life. My son's a plumber too, but we never got into business together, thank God. And then we moved up here. So yeah, construction's in my blood.
Great qualification.
Yeah, great. No other questions? No. Then I would entertain a motion between Vivian Castro and Chrissy Matheson. They're both qualified.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, sir.
if you want to entertain a motion, I make a motion to approve Alice Christine Anderson as a board member at large.
Okay. Randy makes a motion to approve Alice Matheson, Chrissy, Dots, Dorothy.
I make a motion as well. For Chrissy, Alice Chrissy.
You'll second the motion?
I'm seconding the motion.
Okay. Randy Rabina moves to appoint Alice Matheson as the member at large. Dorothy seconds. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, motion carries unanimously.
Should I speak?
No,
I know. Hey,
There-
congratulations. I'm glad you got it. Hey, Randy, I just want to say
yes,
that.
congratulations.
Randy Habrina?
Yeah.
Rabina, yeah.
I just want to say, Randy, that I'm very, very glad you did that. And when you come back to town, maybe in a week or two, you know, just driving around, seeing some interesting things. Yeah, so what I mean by that, I'm a write-in for the candidates, so I submitted to the Yavapai County. So,
Oh, good.
and so I'm gonna
Well,
get out there
then you
and
probably
campaign.
don't have long to wait.
No, but you know what? I know you and Mrs. Moore. I don't really know you well, and you know, I've done mistakes in my life, and I want to apologize to both of you if I've hurt you in any way with the petition that I went out to do. I'm glad it's on the record because I don't really know you personally. You know, as for Randy, it's a different story. He has a lot of history here and a lot of things that aren't too pleasing. And so we'll see what the future holds.
Yes. we
Okay,
will. We will.
good.
Well, thank you.
You're
very
welcome.
much. Okay. With that, last agenda item is the, excuse me?
The public record.
Yes.
Okay.
Public records, agenda item 10, public records custodian, discussion and appointment. Typically, over the last 25 years, the office manager has always been the custodian of records. It does not have to be that way, but it just seems that it should be that way. There's only one person in the office, usually, unless you have somebody filling in for you, which you will. Do Do you have any questions on that agenda item 10, Randy?
No, I don't.
We need to officially appoint Lisa Chandler, Donna Lisa Chandler, as the custodian of records. Do you have any objection?
I don't, I
Well,
just.
that would depend on if Lisa wants to be custodian of records.
She just said she didn't have any objections,
What was that?
right?
I just was gonna ask, well, what does that entail, and, yeah, just,
Oh.
and you said you would have, the comment that you just made was that I would have somebody, if
Who
they,
filled in for you when you
yeah,
were
something
gone?
like that. So an appointment of records would be that I would give records to the public in the event that they were to ask for them. And then, if I did have somebody in the office, I wouldn't appoint that to them. I would do it before or after I was.
That
if
is,
I had-
that is correct.
Okay, that's all I need.
But you know the rules and regulations,
Well, I have the
basically,
protocol,
yeah, they are your responsibility to oversee them when you're in the office.
So they'll come straight to me.
I-
Or that
If I may, Mr. Chair,
Yes, sir.
I think we gotta be careful there too, because depending how this is worded, okay, if Lisa is gonna be the custodian, but, I mean, I'm gonna go way out in left field. The office burns down. Now, is somebody gonna come along and say, well, Lisa, you were responsible for those records?
Well,
district
if
is
the office
responsible.
if the office burns down, Randy, that's beyond her control. She's
Well,
only
yeah, but-
responsible for, go ahead, Randy.
District records, they're not Lisa's records.
That is correct.
Okay, all right. I just want a little clarification there, because they are district records.
Absolutely.
Okay,
And she's just to make sure they do not leave the office, the
Oh,
originals, obviously. And, actually, I'll make a list of what the actual regulations are on that.
Lisa's comfortable with that? Yeah, all right. As long as
Are you
everybody
comfortable with
understands
that?
the district
You've been doing it.
I am comfortable with it, but I would like from you the, when I can give them, I would probably run it by you. When I got a records request, just so that everybody knew what was going on, and then I would give the request to whoever wanted it. But you have to let me know, do they get to take pictures, do they get to keep them, what form of delivery that I was able to.
I will put that in there as well, because we need to modify how that works as well.
All right, and that's fine,
So-
that way it runs smooth. I know what to do, and I just follow that procedure.
Okay, I will take care of that aspect, and as long as you're comfortable with that, then I will make a motion to appoint Donna Lisa Chandler as the custodian of records for the district records. May I have a second?
I'll second that.
Randy seconds, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, aye. All right, public call. Agenda item 11. Anybody fill out, I forgot during, fill out the,
Forms that need to be filled out.
records
Oh, I
request?
don't,
Oh, well, I started
They
to.
haven't been acknowledged yet.
I just wanna say, you do a fantastic job, thank you for protecting us with the water treatment and all that, that's all I'm saying.
Bob does. a
Yes, he
fantastic
does a
job.
fantastic
He really
job, thank you
does.
so much.
Actually, no, and I have trouble with my right hand, so I have a question regarding the records. I've requested.
Hold on. Acknowledge her.
Was getting ready to.
Okay.
I've requested records over 1 year ago that I have not yet received, and as late as, in July. When might I be able to expect those records?
Get on it.
You have all of my records requests, some dating back to
Okay, well,
July.
that isn't something I can answer here, because it's not on the agenda, as you know. so
It
I
is
can't
about
answer.
records, you just talked about it, that's all.
I talked about a custodian of records, yes.
Okay, so
Anyway, you
we-
know I can't answer that here.
When will the custodian of records have the records I've requested over a year ago available?
Again, I can't answer that question here, and you know that.
Thank you
You
for
should
the
have a
answer.
lot of slips there, looks
And-
like.
And there's other people in the room.
Okay, anyone else? Mr. Watts?
Thank you. I'd like to know if Lisa will have the authority, when people request records, that she can redact them.
No.
So if we submit for records, they're not gonna be redacted.
Oh,
Lisa won't have the authority to redact them unless she is instructed by the chair of the board.
So somebody else will redact them. You'll redact them, not her. If that were to take place.
I have redacted one document in 10 years. And that's because I had to. That I recall. So anyway, that answered that question.
Yeah, that was it.
Since we're talking about the custodian of records here, which is on the agenda. Anybody else? No one?
really? Good.
I just,
Yes, sir.
know a little bit about the public records, and that I guess anyone can come in during regular business hours.
Right.
And of course, you're gonna provide her all that information. So just so she knows that she doesn't have to just come running to, oh, is it okay to do this? But she should
Oh,
already
no.
be empowered to provide that as needed.
Right, as needed,
And
right.
also, the person can come in and take photos for free or their own copies. But if you make the copies, you can charge, so I'm sure you'll let her know.
Yeah, well,
That's
that
the only thing I
part,
want to point out.
that part is actually in our policies and procedures, so, pretty much everything. is there. Elaine?
You said that the legal fees would be noted in, this, month's financial report, and I did not hear anything about the amount that has been spent on legal fees, for July and August.
They were not recorded. We haven't recorded the legal fees that I signed before the meeting. have we?
There were no legal fees in July.
That is not September or, well, we only did the financials through July.
Why didn't you do
So-
that through August?
August, we had
When?
on a financial report, we had a snafu on one item, so I pulled it from the agenda.
So how much has been spent on legal fees for July and August combined?
No idea. I'd have to find out. No idea.
Although
They
you were
would have been
supposed, you agreed to
reported
put the
if-
legal fees for
They
July.
would have been reported if they were in a month.
Yeah.
So there
There
weren't
was-
any in that month.
There were no
weren't.
legal fees in July.
Correct.
No.
In July.
That is correct. That is correct, as you recall, is it not?
I can check. Would you like me to check now, or would you want me to?
Well,
I have your email that said it would be in this report.
There, in July, there were no checks.
that's
to
right.
the attorney.
There was no legal fees.
You have no invoice.
Right. Well, it wasn't, there was no check made.
Okay, so I will just come in and do the records request once again to
Oh.
see the invoice. That's fine, thank you for the answer.
I'm sorry? All right, time is 6:33. Oh, I'm sorry.
Can't you see
Ms.
me?
Malandro.
Standing.
I just have one brief question. And from the financial report, you mentioned that there was an income of $63,538 and an outgo of 93,000 and some. There's a net
30,000 something dollars, right?
Right, and I wondered what that, I'm not accustomed to hearing that sort of thing.
I can answer that unless you want to, Dorothy.
Go ahead if you want.
Here's a short version.
I'll sit back down.
Because we don't have meetings in August, there are several times during the... Hello? Randy?
Yes?
Did you say something you wanted to enter? Okay. There were 2 payments for management for operations and management for office in the month of,
July.
was it in July?
Yes.
Is there 2 in July?
That's
July.
That's what she.
That's right, because we
and
didn't
then
have
I
June.
started, yeah.
We didn't have the June meeting. Right. They ended up being at the first of the month and at the end of the month.
But there were no.
That is where that money, why that 93,000 was so darn high.
Okay.
But no attorney fees
No attorney fees, no.
and insurance.
Oh, yeah, we had a heck of a lot. 15,000, was it?
Mhm.
15,000 in insurance.
Right. But no attorney fees in July.
So the $63,000 figure, that would just be for 1 month? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
July.
Okay.
You're talking about the income.
Yes, the income, which was $30,000 less than the outgo.
Yes,
Okay,
you are correct.
okay.
Okay. Time is 6:35. The meeting is adjourned. Our next meeting is October 22nd, I believe.
Special meeting.
Calendar.
Unless we have a special meeting.
Oh, we may have a special meeting in 2 or 3 weeks.
I'll be attending any of those. I will be attending in person.
Or 23rd. No,
22nd,
22nd.
What is that?
October 22nd.
October
For a
22nd.
regular meeting.
Oh, regular meeting, I have that one.
Meeting's adjourned. Thank you all for attending.
Thank you.
Everybody take care.
All right. Take a lap around the pool or something, Randy.
Yeah.
Go fishing.
And so,
Talk to you later.